everyone, and welcome to Motorhomes with American Tom. I'm Tom, and this is the all-new 2024 Thor Sequence 20K. It's a great floor plan. We're going to take a look at everything outside of the motorhome, everything inside of the motorhome. I got a special guest with some RV insight to let us know what he thinks as well. Let's get it on. Alright, welcome. This is Motorhomes with American Tom, and this is the 2024 Sequence 20K. Let's take a look. Now, one thing I really like about this RV to start out is that it's on this RAM ProMaster chassis. Rides really well. It's on a very short baseline here, so you can park this thing in a normal parking spot. The ProMaster has some great features to it, plenty of power with the 3.6 liter engine it has, and some great tech as well. And you have cruise control, Apple CarPlay, Samsung, or Android Auto, all those things. But while we're outside, let's point out a few things here. I'd like to start out with the sleek design of this ProMaster. Very forward-facing dash, so you can see everything all around you. Makes it very easy to drive. Here on the passenger side of the vehicle, you can see you have a 16-foot Thule awning. That's an electric awning. Push one button, comes all the way out for you. Very convenient. You can see that you have a lot of windows here. You know, some manufacturers build from a cargo van, so they kind of cut out the windows. You see these smaller, more rounded windows. When you have the passenger van that Thor uses for this product, you get a much larger window, square shape, goes all the way down the vehicle. You can see that it opens up here and on the other side, which is a pretty nice feature. You got a really nice step here as well. As you move around here to the back, you can see that you have an outside electrical outlet, two of them, and then you have an exterior propane disconnect. This has a 24-gallon propane system, so plenty of propane to run your tankless hot water heater, your hydronic heating inside, and then also your exterior propane connect. Now, part of what Thor has is the Thule package. It talks about that awning, but you also have this really nice Thule bike rack that holds two bicycles mounted on the back. That comes standard with this vehicle. Another part of that Thule package is the roof rack. You can kind of see it up there at the top, but you have a roof rack for some additional storage up there. And then let's open this thing up from the back so you can see what we got. This 20K floor plan has a rear bath. I really like the rear bath because it gives you a much wider bathroom as it would compare to a typical side bath there. You have some extra storage here as well. You can see right there in the back, plenty of space here. That curtain inside wraps all the way around. This is part of that Thule package too. It comes with a ladder, and then this can hook up anywhere around the vehicle. It's this really strong magnet, which is pretty cool. Nice little setup here, a little bit of extra storage. Up there at the top too, you have a backup camera, so that's pretty nice. Another really nice part of what you get in this floor plan, you don't get it with all the Sequence floor plans, is that you have a real RV style sewer system and gray water system. A lot of RVs have what's called a cassette toilet. When you have that cassette tank toilet, it's only like 4.5, 5 gallons, depending on which one you go with. When you have a real RV style sewer system like this, it's 13.5 gallons. So not only is it less, it's more sanitary in how you use it to have to pull that thing out and do it by hand. It also has almost 3 times the capacity, so I think that's a huge difference there as well. Here you have an exterior light, LED light that's built in, black tank flush for your black tank. City water fill, the water fill for your fresh water tank, and you can see down here you actually have a place to house your sewer hose, very conveniently set up. This is the exhaust for your Truma Combi system. Now that Truma Combi system has 2 functions. One, it's the heater for the RV, and 2, it's a tankless hot water heater. So pairing that tankless hot water heater system with the shower miser system that the RV has really makes it very efficient with its water use. This is an RV that I could see folks staying in for a longer period of time while using your bathroom, shower systems as well, because they just last a long time. Here you have a 30 amp hookup, cable hookup, an exterior solar connector for a portable solar panel. Now up there on the roof, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the electrical system, but you have 200 watts of solar standard with the vehicle, but if you want to add some additional solar, they'll plug in right there and it wires right to the tank. Right up here you have your propane controls. You can see you have another step up right here to get into the chassis cab of the vehicle. We've seen the outside, let's take a look inside as well. know, actually, while we're here, let's introduce our guest. So, Basil's here. He's got a lot of great knowledge.
How you doing, guys?
So, Basil, what are we missing on the outside here? Do we miss anything?
No, actually, the biggest thing I would talk about is just the facelift that they did for the new Dodge ProMaster chassis. I actually like this facelift. It actually made it a little bit more modern, more sleek. New front headlights as well, and a new grille. So that's probably the newest thing that you would see out of this. This is a floor plan that sells really well. It's actually hard for us to keep this one in stock. I'm excited to show you guys the inside with Tommy, so let's go inside and talk about it.
Let's check it out. So part of this facelift that Ram did with the ProMaster added some extra tech inside, as well as just looking a lot better. So I've been a fan of this since it came out. It doesn't look so commercial. It looks more automotive in the whole experience, both in how it's used and the look itself. So we're going to talk a little bit about the floor plan, but I want to start out up front in the cab area. All right, this thing cranked up. The tech up here is just really comfortable. You mind closing that door for us, Bound? Let's turn this down just a little bit. Very open cab area. You have nice leather seats right here, plenty of elbow room, great space to the vehicle, very automotive design up here. This has all of your safety features as well. So it has your cruise control, you have lane departure tracking, active braking, so it's just a very comfortable automotive drive experience. This is a little wireless charger. Of course, you have the hookups for your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but very tech savvy as far as all your information that's here in the dash, everything you have here. It's very nice. It also has backup camera. Whenever you put it in reverse, you can see your backup right there. So huge screen right here. All together, just very comfortable. You can see how far these windows come down. So, you know, I can see everything around me. Between what I have for the backup camera and these really nice mirrors that are set pretty comfortably. I mean, there's no training necessary. You can hop behind the wheel of this thing and drive it first day, just like that. Also, these chairs, well, oh, I moved that up a little bit. We'll turn around. Oh, that's the wrong one. There you go. So it's actually an addition to your space that you have up here. Let's turn that off right there. And then I want to show you this too, because this is a pretty comfortable space. You know, a lot of folks using these RVs are working out on the road. Having this setup kind of gives you a little workspace. So it's pretty convenient as far as it operates there. Let's talk a little bit about the other tech features that you have built in. This does have the WineGuard Connect 2.0 system built in. You also have the Solar we talked about, Auto Gen Start, and then this has what's called the reliable lithium battery system. So it's 6,000 watts of lithium power paired with the 3,000 watt inverter charger and what they call an underhood alternator generator. So you can actually run this AC right off the batteries, and then you can run the engine to form it to act as kind of a second generator. So it works really well for extending the use of what you have without being too loud. You don't have to run that generator to have use of your AC. So really incognito and comfortable to use pretty much anywhere you go. Now this floor plan itself has a couple nice features to it that make things very comfortable. For one, it has the most storage of any of them. You got all this big storage up top. Goes all the way back, some extra storage up here. So what is that, 7 big storage bays, tons of counter space. So you have both storage underneath and then all of this space up top. Also, it gets your TV like right across from where you're gonna hang out. So that's just really comfortable in how that's set up. And then probably the most unique portion of this has got to be this fridge freezer combo. Usually you're just getting a fridge with that little tiny strip at the top, the freezer section. Here you got the fridge and the freezer separate, so tons more capacity as compared to other vehicles. And then, of course, a wonderful kitchen right there. You got the convection microwave there on the bottom, nice big sink here, and then you have a removable 2-burner induction cooktop. So that's going to be probably one of these down here. You can find it. Might be in the back, but you pull it out, set it here. You can put it away when it's not in use, so it just saves you all of that extra space that you have right there. I want to show you this bathroom as well. Tons of space in here. Lots of elbow room. These doors, you got one on either side. will close off all the way, and it's made in this really nice setup right here. If you want to pull in here real quick, I'm going to show you some of your storage in here. Little top vanity storage. This pulls down for your sink. Of course, you got the shower hookup right here, which is pretty nice. And then here on the other side, you've got a whole closet. Extra storage right here, really nice quality in your cabinets there, so definitely a big fan. For something that's only 20 feet long, this is going to be usable for longer periods for sure. So, having taken a look, Basil, what do you think?
Like I said, one of our best sellers. One of the biggest things here that's really cool is this slides out and makes it extends into a bed, so two people can actually sleep in this RV as well. You've got a lot of plugins as well. That's one of the things a lot of my customers mention. If they're working, there's a couple of plugins right here, a couple of USBs right here as well. Not to mention you have some up front, and then you have a tower of power right over here. Right, so you hit this, pull that up. You've got that. Plus, you've also got a lot of nice windows. Tom, you mentioned that on the outside of the motorhome, but inside you can see we have a lot of natural light coming in as well, which is actually really nice. So, very comfortable motorhome, very easy. If you're one person, this is pretty much all you're going to need. Two people traveling together is still a very comfortable motorhome.
All right, let's step outside, take one more look at the exterior, and then let's talk about the things that we like and dislike about the motorhome as a whole. So you can get this in a few different colors. You can get white, silver, or like a dark gunmetal gray. But altogether, these B vans, especially the ones on the Ram, very incognito, very easy to park pretty much anywhere. Let's go through a few of the things that we like and dislike. I'm going to say my likes are that fridge setup. It's the biggest fridge we have in any brand of any vehicle we have in this size range here, so that's really comfortable as far as its use on an everyday basis. Second thing I'm going to say I like is this Ram. The Ram chassis Class Bs are significantly more affordable than your big 24-foot Mercedes or even a small Mercedes. So we really like the affordability, the drivability, and reliability of that Ram chassis. I'm going to say that's a big like. And then the third thing I'm going to go with is the rear bath. Rear bath's way bigger. And you know, I got one more in the RV style sewer system that this has as it compares to the cassette. That's a huge like. Basil, what do you got?
Man, you took some of the really good ones. So I definitely would say the same thing. I do like the new front end. It makes it a little bit cleaner, sleeker of a look. Looks less like an RV and more like just an actual van. Rear bathroom is still one of the best sellers. Almost all our customers want that rear bath for the extra space. It just makes it a little bit more roomier, and there's different shapes and sizes of people, so that's a huge plus. Plus it gives you a lot of extra storage as well, and it really opens it up. Third thing I would say, the new technology. The new technology brings it up to speed with today's vehicles. If you're hopping out of a car that you've recently purchased or purchased in the last 5-6 years, you're wanting that technology in your RV as well, and you actually have that in your RV right now. Bringing that over from Dodge and upgrading the system is really nice. The other thing too is it's on a Dodge ProMaster chassis. It's the most utilized chassis for Class Bs and has been for a really long time. And the wheelbase is really good, being able to fit into regular parking spots. So that's three things I think, 3 or 4 things I think.
All right, you got to give me a dislike now.
Dislikes, man, that's a you put me on the spot first.
Always do.
Right. So dislikes. I would say the only thing that that bothers me sometimes, or bothers some of my customers, is possibly pulling that bed out whenever you need to sleep. If you have 2 people, if you have one, it works perfectly fine. 2 people, it makes it a little bit harder. So that's one of the things that I would say. Not a big problem, just could be an inconvenience.
Yeah, I see that. So it's like the setup of it. You know, I've sold a couple of these too to people who are traveling alone, where they have dogs and things like that. Having the extra space there is a big plus. So I can see this really being something that fits someone who's going to travel by themselves well. If you do have 2 people, maybe that floor plan with the 2 twin beds might be something they look at. Yeah. The L floor plan, which is another layout of this. Contact either me or Basil. We can tell you about all the layouts and information about Class B vans, whether it's this or something else. I got 2 more kind of dislikes. One, this. I mean, it has a great pro with how it's used on the inside. You even got a little bit right here too, where this kind of pops up. I think that's cool. You know, we didn't even show this either.
Oh man, we forgot to show that. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good thing. I like how this pops out on the outside, but it is kind of in your way. that being the con. This is a big, wide open sliding door, but you kind of are limited to this space to get in. That's kind of a pro and con combo. And then the last thing that I would say, you got these huge, nice windows, great MCD shades that are pretty cool. But as far as how they open, it's a small window that opens up. There are some that have like those plastic ones that open all the way up, and although it's not as quality of a material on when it's closed up, it really does open up nice. So that's kind of a trade-off item I've seen as this compares to some other brands. But either way, if you're liking the video, press the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can see more of what we have, or share this video. Myself or Basil are always happy to help you out as far as getting more information, or if you want to become an owner. Speaking of which, this RV has an MSRP of $150,000 and change, which we have discounted as part of MAP pricing. That's minimum advertised pricing, down to $113,995. Of course, if you want a great deal, we'll give you the best deal in the country on these. We sell so many sequences that we get them by the truckload. We're definitely happy to give a great deal since we are a volume dealer there. So reach out to us if you have a trade, or if you see this as something that could work out for you. Again, I want to thank you for checking out the channel and watching the video. Any questions you have, leave them down there in the comments. Basil, anything you'd like to say to the folks before we let them go?
Like I said, we do have a ton of these and we get them in all the time. Guys, if you have any questions, there's nobody that's selling more than these, more than us in the Sequence right now. So definitely hit us up. If we don't have a floor plan, if there is a floor plan that you're asking about that we haven't shown yet, let us know. We'd love to film a few more videos and sell more Class Bs to you. Thank you, America.